Do you ever base your characters on real people, or do you ever have real people you know accuse you of having based characters on
I've had people accuse me. When I wrote Hollywood Wives, the Hollywood Wives were totally up in arms because nobody had ever written a book about the wives before. It was always about the failed screenwriter. You know, it was always about Hollywood and movies. And so I got behind the scenes and I wrote about the wives. And they were livid. And the day the book came out, went to #1 in 1 week. The day the book came out, they sent their chauffeurs, their drivers, and their maids to the bookstores. We still had bookstores then, to get the book, and they were lining up because they all wanted to see who was in it. And then I go to a big party, and there was this very famous woman there who's married to, well, she wasn't famous, her husband was famous. They just think they're famous when they're married to a very famous person. And she came up to me and she said, you know, you've written about my husband, Ross Conti. And I looked at her and I said, you know, that's not your husband. There's a lot of failed movie stars in Hollywood. She was livid. Even worse than me writing about it. Because, you know, he hadn't failed, but he was like over the hill. She didn't like
it. He's like a has-been.
Yeah, exactly. I should have said has-been. She would have liked that. But, yeah, and I was, you know...
Better to be a has-been than nothing at all.
Oh, that's what I should have said. But I was privy to a lot because I had a lot of friends. My best friends when I first went, not when I first went to Hollywood, but when I moved there permanently, were Michael and Shakira Kane. And every Sunday they would have like a salon at their house on the top of the hill. And I met so many people through them. That's where I met all the Hollywood big players, like Billy Wilder and his wife, you know, all the actors, all the other people. It was great. It was like an education of getting right in so that I knew everybody immediately through them. Yeah.